Hello, everyone, and welcome to learn about ancient Egypt. Today, we are going to talk about a critical topic. Uh, Everyone knows about Egypt, and once you talk about Egypt, one image comes up to their mind: the pyramids. And the usual question is how the pyramids were built and why those amazing pyramids were built in Egypt, and when and why, and all these questions. And simply, as far as we know, that the pyramids, we have big number of pyramids, mainly not just the three pyramids that everyone knows about, the three pyramids of Giza, and the Sphinx. These are not everything, but there are older pyramids and there are more modern pyramids built after the period of building the three pyramids, the famous three pyramids of Giza. And the total number of pyramids that built in ancient Egypt so far is over 100 pyramids. So let's talk about the logic and why these pyramids were built simply. Always people think pyramids were built to become as a tomb. Yes, most of them are tombs of kings or queens. But we have other pyramids that we call them the solid pyramids or the cult pyramid or the satellite pyramids. And those were not main pyramids. And some of them are solid pyramids. As I said, these solid pyramids have no any burial chambers inside. There is absolutely nothing, just blocks of stones. So, what was the main idea behind building the pyramids? And this is the real secret of building the pyramids in ancient Egypt. One of the main deities or gods of ancient Egypt, they call him Ra or Re, as people pronounce it as Re, Ra, or the actual word, the actual pronunciation of it is Ra. Ra is the sun god. Uh, in my previous episode, I said that this title, God, is not a very accurate title. So Ra is not actual God, is not a creator God, but he was one of the very important and main natural forces of the nature, as the ancient Egyptians believed. Because as we know, the sun is the light source, the warmth source, it's the power source. Nothing can live without the sun. We need the light of the sun, the power of the sun, the warmth of the sun. So this is how the creature live, generate, and so on. Without the sun, we cannot live, of course. So the sun was so much respected in different places in Egypt, but let me say in particular, north, not far from the modern city of Cairo nowadays, which known in the time of the Greeks in Egypt, 332 BC, Heliopolis. Helio is a Greek word, means the sun. So Heliopolis, police is a Greek word, means city. So the city of the sun, Heliopolis. So Heliopolis, this is the city of the sun. The main priests, they gathered and they tried to find a good solution, how we make some shape that equals the sun in the same way, the importance, and at the same time, it has to be very stable shape. It could be a block, a, like a cube, but if we make a cube or a block, it has many edges and it is very straight. So by time, it will be easy to be damaged. So after thinking, and they had their own experiments. And in one of my previous episodes, I used to say, yes, those people were able to write They had hieroglyphics, right? So they were writing their experiment, their experience, and this is how they were able to develop their knowledge. Okay, so they end up to the pyramidal shape. The pyramid tip, the highest point of the pyramid, weight is zero. The total weight of the pyramid is on the bottom. The pyramid has four faces, and uh, the pyramid is very stable because that, as I said, the total weight will be on the bottom, focused on the bottom by gravity, naturally by the gravity of the earth. And as it is shown in the drawing, now we have a pyramid and we have the sphere, which is Ray or Ra. We can insert this sphere into the pyramid. Every face of the five faces of the pyramid will touch this sphere that covers the sphere from outside. Okay, and if you get another pyramid smaller than this bigger one and you insert this pyramid into the sphere, so we have a bigger pyramid outside including the sphere, and we will insert another one inside the sphere, and every edge or angle of this inner pyramid will touch the ball or the sphere of the sun. If we get the average size of the inner pyramid to the outer pyramid, it will give us the exact size of the sphere. So this is the mathematical relationship between the shape of the sphere, the geometric shape of the sphere, and the geometric shape of the pyramid. So this is simply how the ancient Egyptians found mathematical relationship between the sphere of Ra, the sun, and the pyramid. And he had an older belief that when the first god, Ptah, he created uh, the water and then land raised out of this water, there was a pyramidal mound on top of this land, and out of the tip of the pyramid a lotus flower bloom, and out of the first and sorry out of the lotus aroma the first element raised, and its name was atom, and atom was considered as Adam, the father of all the human being, as the ancient Egyptian believed. So now back to answer the question, the first question. Why the ancient Egyptians built pyramids? The pyramid was not originally built to become as a burial place, but building the pyramid in ancient Egypt was a huge project. I can call it religious national project to the Egyptians. And this is why all the Egyptians they helped to build the pyramid. The farmers used to work in this project about 6 months a year, and we had also the professional workers like the architects, the engineers, the quarrymen who were providing the blocks from different sources. We have three main sources of the pyramids building. The first source was in Giza plateau itself, the same place where they built the pyramid, and this is where they got the limestone for the pyramid itself. And then for the outer coverage of the pyramid, they got it from the other side of the river, a big area called Tora Quarries, the east side of Cairo. And for the inner chambers and corridors, they use the granite that they provide it from Aswan, which is about 900 kilometers south of Cairo. All right. So, as I said, we have two types of pyramids: a pyramid that built and it has a burial place inside for the kings, and another type, it's just a solid pyramid. So, I believe the pyramids were built originally to replicate the sun. It's a replica of Ra, the sun. It's a big monument, represents Ra. Right? It's a landmark, huge thing, as important as the sun itself. But later they said, okay, it's an honor to the king who made this project to be buried inside the pyramid or below the level of the pyramid. And this is as we saw, uh, the first pyramid was built to become as a burial. It was Saqqara pyramid, the step pyramid in Saqqara, about 2700 BC. Then the second pyramid was built to become as a burial by Senefro, King Senefro, the founder of the fourth dynasty, Old Kingdom, about 2600 BC. And then his son Khufu, Khephren, Kerylos, and so on. But remember, in the same time, we still have many other pyramids were not built to become as burials, so they are just solid pyramid. So we call it the cult pyramid. It's just a pyramid that represents God Re. So it's only a pyramid to commemorate the sun. It's a monument dedicated to the sun ray. Thank you very much, everyone. And I'm waiting for your comments. I'm waiting for your questions to answer them all in details. Thank you.